What are you really selling in your CAS practice? How can we make the invisible visible? Today, we're on part 2 of a review of a book called Selling the Invisible by Harry Beckwith. Let's dive in. All right, welcome to another episode of CAS Minute. In the last episode, we started walking through lessons learned from a book called Selling the Invisible. So we're going to continue that today because there's a lot here that we can take away to help us sell better in our CAS practices. So the next lesson that I've pulled out of this book is that what you're really selling is reassurance. Clients aren't just buying services, they're buying reassurance. They're buying confidence that their needs are being handled by someone that they trust. So when we think about our services in relation to our client's financial health, yes, the client is seeking peace of mind, not just reporting. They are seeking confidence in the numbers. They are seeking comparability. They are seeking actionability from what you're delivering. Now, they need to be assured that you are the right team to fill that need. So in the sales process, we need to focus on clear communication, offering regular updates to help the client be reassured that their financials are under control. This is really about providing confidence through a degree of transparency and consistency of how you communicate. Let's reiterate that. You're selling reassurance, and you can provide that confidence through transparency and consistency throughout the sales process. The sales process is the first indicator of how you will actually be working with them in a working relationship. The next lesson that I pulled out of this is the power of under-promising and over-delivering. The importance of this is to create a lasting positive impression. You come in and say, hey, we can get this cleanup done in 30 days. We'll get you onboarded. You'll be set up. You'll get this reporting. Like that's a pretty high bar. If you can get all that done in 30 days, great. If you can deliver it in 20 days, even better. So at the end of the day, we want to be able to commit to certain obligations, to certain deliverables at a time period so that the client can feel assured that we're going to be handling this in the right way. However, you always want to make sure that there's leeway in there to cover the uncertainties that you're not able to discover during the sales process. So setting that realistic expectation about what you can deliver is great, but then maybe it's a goal internally to communicate to your team, hey, we're actually going to deliver this before this timeline, or have a talk track with a prospect that you know is a little bit lengthier than what you're telling your internal team, so as to build that longer term loyalty and trust by over-delivering from the get-go. In the book, Beckwith says, under promise, over-deliver. It is better to surprise clients with how well you've done than to disappoint them by not meeting expectations. Phew, how relatable is that? The last piece here that I want to hit on is how do we make the invisible visible? In a services-based business, the value you deliver, it's often tangible. It's hard to calculate ROI on it. And so you really have to make your work visible to the client. This can be done in our practice via your communication rhythms. I know it's easy when you kind of get under the hood and you put your head down and you start working. It's easy to forget to keep your client updated on what you're doing. And so one half of it is regular updates and communications on what work is getting done. The other half is delivering the value through what you've committed to in your scope with the client. Oftentimes that's done through reports, dashboards, or other visual data. The book says, the more you make your invisible service visible, the more you reassure your clients that you are delivering. So when you can create these regular cadences and summaries and communications to show your clients the results of the work, you will help them see the benefits of your advisory through these deliverables. There's a lot of great things to pull out of this book. I think there's a number of strategies that you can deploy to make this visible. There's a number of tools that you can pull in, whether it's updating your clients via text or like automating a part of that. Hey, your financials were completed. Your month-end close process was done. Here's a message to indicate to you that it has been accomplished. Things like that can really start to help improve outcomes And the ability to communicate that in the sales process will reinforce your ability to create a quality, long lasting relationship with them. Take a look at the book. I'll link to it here in the show notes. I hope that's helpful in thinking about how to sell your business, how to sell your CAS practice. And we'll hit on more sales topics next time.